It's hard for us to remember when we were simply a soul, hanging out in the universe, enjoying our experience, looking down at this planet Earth. And perhaps we would wonder, what would it be like to just slide down through time and space and the density of matter and arrive on this physical, vibrantly beautiful planet filled with light and color and sound and water and sunshine and all of these adventures wide open for us to experience in the physical form, each of us guiding one another and walking side by side in community. What would that journey be like? Welcome to Healing Our Souls. Welcome to Healing Our Souls. It is my pleasure today to introduce you to a dear friend of mine, Gary Spinosa. I met Gary about 2 years ago at a retreat at our friend Teresa's house and was immediately impressed by how quiet and present and gentle this beautiful man is. He has an ability to find joy and gratitude in every single moment and experience, and it is contagious for everyone around him. When I first met Gary, he had a friend, a dear friend of his with us named Raphael, a sound healer, who unexpectedly passed away just a month after I met him. And it created a bond within our small group, and so we have continued to gather for weekends a few times over the past year or two. When Gary told us that the Canton Museum of Art was going to be hosting an exhibit for his work to celebrate the lifetime of creative gifts that he has brought to this world, we all knew immediately that we were going to go and celebrate with him. And so today's video is a journey through time, a journey through the gorgeous gifts of our friend Gary Spinosa. Settle in and be prepared to be amazed. So much love to you, Gary. Avatars, Relics from the Future takes audiences on an artistic excavation of mighty entities such as mummies and totems extracted from the innovative ceramic studio of Gary Spinosa. The figurative works in Avatars combine human, animal, and architectural forms, as Spinosa seeks to materialize spiritual energy through his serenely benevolent figures. For the artist, animals contain the keys to a universal language that bonds humanity at its most primal level. These sculptures, from towering grand constructions to diminutive stones, are imbued with deep sanctity and stillness, a sometimes disquieting mystery, myth, and perhaps even superstition.
My teeth. How you doing? Look at you girls. Good to see you. You look magnificent like you're going to the ball. Hi.
We never coming to an art event.
I'm great now.
4 of us.
Oh, you got it organized. Right, golly. Is that
Okay.
Wait till you see this. Oh, it's so great.
4, 6, 2, 3, 4. Is that everybody?
Good.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Thanks for coming. Yeah.
So good. Let's go. Oh my God.
This is beyond magnificent.
Get out of here. I got goosebumps. Go ahead. I'll come in after you.
Who's going to be in this picture?
All of us.
Oh. So you've never seen the book? You have the book?
No, look at it.
Okay, well, you haven't seen these in person.
Born in Memphis, Tennessee, Gary Spinosa studied at the Cleveland Institute of Art and Edinburgh University of Pennsylvania, where he earned the degree of MFA in 1988. Since the early 1970s, he has participated regularly in group shows and has had numerous solo exhibitions in Ohio and Pennsylvania. The artist currently resides in Pennsylvania.
This piece actually won the first place sculpture award at the Cleveland Museum of Art. I'm saying that after I just said I'm nowhere, but I have won some stuff in my life. I reworked it for this show and added some things to it, and it's really good to see it here. It's been out on my front porch for many years.
Stop it.
Covered in a tarp. So this is great to see
It
it.
needs to stay there.
Well, I would give it to them if they wanted it. I should tell them. Real none of my work deals with this axis, this connection between heaven and earth.
Oh, did you hear this? Yes, say it again, sir. This axis.
A connection between heaven and earth, like where you bring the divine to you or you go up to it. It can go either direction. So these birds are kind of flying out to you to bring you the spiritual dimension, remind you about that.
The most important quality in a work of art does not come from the idea alone, but from the innate communicating power contained and emitted through the object. Being charged with emotion, there can exist within an object a radiating energy. This reflects man's sacred capacity to merge spirit into matter and make seemingly intangible tangible. A quote from Gary Spinosa.
The doors open and close.
Look at the here you get to see where I hit myself with a hammer, so I make mistakes too a lot.
Oh, I would have passed.
That is so beautiful. Can you tell us about this piece? Like how you came up with this idea?
Well, it's kind of like honoring your shamanic nature. Now, I don't know if that means anything to anybody, but I think that's part of the reason why we're all together, like because of Raphael and his energy, the shaman energy and stuff. And so I see this as kind of like the spirit helper coming to the individual human being, or almost like a guardian angel or a power out coming to you, which is wrapped up in a lot of shamanic ideas, which are archaic ideas that are still alive today, which is really cool. And Raphael brought that to us. He devoted his life to that, and I'm grateful because he brought me into your group and everything.
It was destiny.
Yeah.
follows you?
I don't know.
That doesn't feel like it's here.
I guess I'm like in a feeling state where an image like this would arise, and I can't really remember exactly what that was like, but this is what manifested when I let go to my hand and the materials. And at the time it felt right. So I guess that's not telling you too much, but here again it's dealing with this interior and then opening out into another reality, the juxtaposition of that. And there's this pyramidal thing, almost like they're maybe underground in another pyramid, or anyway, it's mysterious to me also.
That's the point, right? Like,
Well, I think we all experience mystery from time to time, and one of the things about mystery is it's mysterious. And you can't,
That's a tweetable.
quote that one. Write that one down.
what's that about? It's easier to pass through the eye immediately than to be a rich man and go to heaven or something like that. I don't know, but I was flirting with that a little bit. But I guess here again it's like a portal thing. You know, it's dealing with these porticles and this vertical ascent, which is a theme that I work with a lot. And I had these materials, and I did need some help from a friend to get everything to come together, because if things get complex, I'll tend to not be able to know where to start and when to stop. And so I had kind of a guide that could help me keep it on track, so that my idea manifested and didn't just run off the tracks and stuff.
So where does this live?
Well, it's in my studio out in the garage.
The gatekeepers is what
Okay.
they make me think of.
Yeah,
They're the
yeah.
gatekeepers of who's coming in and
Look at the one on the back. See how you can-
And I think of it as a male and a female bird.
oh wow, oh cool. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, well I don't even know what to think now.
Well, of course, birds are used in a lot of mythology, and like in Christianity, the Holy Spirit comes through a bird, that's the vehicle. So I came up in the Catholic Church, and so I'm sure that stuff has an influence on me. But I bet you there's African things and things from all over the world where birds are used as a connector with the divine. And I really like birds.
Your studio is probably her dream.
Tables full of things
collection's
categorized kind of, but it looks like this massive bunch of junk, but it's part of my
all of a sudden it turns into magic. So good.
Okay, divine transport.
Yeah, you're about divine transport. You know.
Well, here again, it's like, it kind of looks like a funeral bearer thing. I didn't really intend that, but it does. But it also fits in with the divine transport thing, going from one realm to another, transport, like moving from this reality to another. So that was a bunch of the feeling behind it.
And more of a bird.
Yeah, kind of like
Features.
it's like a ship that has.
And so we celebrate our beautiful friend Gary. It is not often that one is able to witness someone's gifts being recognized fully in this lifetime, and it was our delight to be in that moment with you. Congratulations, Gary. So much love.